Friday evening, just walking around the garden. It's quite late, it's 8 o'clock now, so the sun is setting. You can see the heaps and heaps of red currants here. This is part of the forest garden. Well, forest, it's more of a woodland, but within permaculture terms it would be called forest gardening, because you can see there's a canopy overhead. Now I'll just explain how this works. At the very top, that's cotoneaster. You get small red berries in the cotoneaster, and that feeds the birds. Underneath, pyracantha, again you get small berries. Those berries are especially loved by blackbirds. Underneath, lemon balm. Now the lemon balm grows quite readily there. It's very happy in that spot and will actually grow all the year round. So herbs for me and food for the birds. And then just across the path on this side, which again is still under the canopy of the cotoneaster, you have black currants, red currants and gooseberries. And you can see the wonderful array of red currants coming on there. Then behind the red currants there are some gooseberries. Just trying to see them. Yeah, they're just there at the back. And above them we're looking at the canopy again, and this is a young hawthorn tree which I grew from seed. You can see down there. I gave it a little bit of a trim last year, so it now has a beautiful canopy which is overhead. Now the hawthorn flowers are just amazing. I mean, first of all, they just smell exquisite, beautiful smell, beautiful aroma, beautiful perfume. But it has been proved over recent years that these flowers can really help anyone who has heart problems. Apparently just coming out and breathing in the aroma, the perfume of the flowers will help to open up the blood vessels in the heart and allow the blood to flow more freely. You can, of course, make a search on the net of the actual science behind this. It's really interesting. Now, looking down here, we're looking down into the woodland, coming round, and here we have, just behind me, we have let's just get back up this way. This is a cob nut, a hazelnut. And I'll just pan down. The hazelnut grows like a sort of a bush, really. It's more of a bush tree. It's multi-stemmed, okay, so in that respect it's more of a bush. Now, just panning around, and bear in mind that this is actually part of the garden which is very closest to the cottage. But you can appreciate now that all the leaves have come out just how dense the planting is. Very dense, very lush, very thick. And what we'll do, we'll just walk up this way and we'll go across to the first little part of the orchard. Now, this is the Bramley apple tree. These apple trees, a lot of the blossom has now formed into fruit. Look closely, there it is. So we're going to have a massive harvest of apples this year. And you can see there's a lot of cutting back to be done. All the cuttings from this area and from the garden in general will all be taken up to the compost heap, and that will make fantastic food for all the crops next year.